So the last note in market research is sampling method. So when I talk about sampling itself, sampling means you are collecting or selecting a group of people that you actually collect data from for your research. So that means you've selected this group of people. This group of people, you get information from them, which you are going to use for your research. That is sampling. So that means when you select this group of people, they are from a population. Are you with me, please?
Yes.
This group of people are from a population. You know what population is? Number of people, right, within an area. So this group of people, you can't use all of them. You can't take all of them. You can't choose all of them. So you select certain group of people. So this group of people that you have selected, they are actually the ones that you seek information from to use in your research. That is what sampling is. So let's read anyway. Sampling methods. Ideally, when carrying out a survey, information could be gathered from every single member in the target population. The target population includes all those people whose views a business wants to explore. So, like I said earlier, it's about selecting group of people, selecting some people. So you have interest in these people. They are your targets. Why are they your targets? They are your targets because it is their views, it is their opinions, it is their information you want to use for your research. These are the targeted group. Do you get it? Yes. So the target population may be individual consumers, households, or other businesses. For example, however, this may take too long and cost too much money. To overcome this problem, business collect information from a sample of people in the population. A sample is a much smaller group. However, it is important that the behavior and the views of the sample are representative of all those in the population. So if we have to gather a lot of people to seek information from them, it's going to cost money, it's going to take time. Yes or no? So what do? We use a sample. That is where we select a group of people. We collect information that we actually need for our research. So this will make our research easy and fast with less cost. Do you get the point they are making here?
Yes.
So that is what we call a sample. So the sample size will affect the accuracy, but in the course of you making use of sample, this sample must be representative. So that means if you have chosen 10 people out of 30 people or 40 people, those 10 people should represent the 30 or 40 people. So their behavior, their attitude, whatever information you need to gather must be representative of all the rest. If not, then it is not representative, then it might not be accurate. Are you with me, please?
Yes.
So, however, using large samples is more expensive, so there is a trade-off between cost and level of accuracy required. It might be argued that a sample size of at least 10% of the population would be needed for a survey to be meaningful. There are different types of sample and sampling methods that can be used by business carrying out primary research. So, when you are using sample method, when you are using sampling,
Yes.
it must be accurate. And if it has to be accurate, it means you need to use certain numbers of people that will be able to represent the whole population. If they cannot represent the whole population, then it is not accurate, like I said earlier. So there are different types of samples or sampling method you could use as a business. Number one, random sampling. For random sampling, this gives members of a group an equal chance of being chosen. In other words, the sample is selected at random rather than like picking numbers out of a hat. Today, computers can be used to produce a random list of numbers, which are then used as the basis of selecting a sample. However, it assumes that all members of the groups are exactly the same, which is not always the case. A small sample chosen this way may not have the characteristics of the population. Therefore, a very large sample would have been taken to ensure that it was representative. It will also be expensive for a business to draw up a list of the whole population and then contact and interview them. Random sampling means people are choosing at a random. So everyone within that population has equal chance of being chosen.
Okay.
We call it random sampling because you, me, anyone has the equal chance of being chosen to represent the population. To represent the population. That is what random sampling is. So it is not like I have to choose you, I have to choose him, it has to be him, it has to be her. No. Everyone in that group has equal chance of being chosen. That is what random sampling is. But when everybody has equal chance of being chosen, so whoever you choose in random sampling, they must be representative. They must represent the whole group. That is the point they are making there. Do you get it or not?
Yes.
So sometimes they use computer to do the random sampling too. So that's about that. Then they said, the last line, they said, therefore, a very large sample would have been taken to ensure it was representative. It also be expensive for a business to draw up a list of the whole population and then to contact and interview them. So when you're choosing random sampling, when you're using random sampling, when you have maybe 50 people within the group, make sure that the random sampling is more than representing them. So don't just choose 5 as a random. You choose more than, so that they can represent the whole population. But when you have to collect this data, in the course of using random sampling, the problem about random sampling is that first you have to collect data. You have to select. And in the course of selecting them, it might take time.